Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie, and as we said, we're going to be announcing Picnic today at 8 o'clock. Just after that, it's always a fun time to get that first, one of the two big things we do. We do Twisted and we do Picnic every year, besides the 100 other things all year round. But
besides the 100 other things?
Without question, we give you more free experiences and discounted things than anybody else, the unique things that you'll remember for your life, and Picnic's one of those things. So that's coming up here at 8 o'clock. We'll have that for you. But first, it is a fact that makes your brain go. And this one involves your tax money in Chicagoland. If you live in the area, where your tax money goes. So Chicago is offering something for people to catch up on that you should have learned when you were a kid. You should have learned this when you were a kid, but maybe because you didn't, Chicago's going to offer this free for you to learn how to do this. What do you think? That's all the things you think of when you learned as a kid, these things, these life lesson type deals, Kenzie. What do you think some of our tax dollars are going to go to help you figure out as an adult?
Is it classes on actually how to do your taxes?
That would be great, wouldn't it?
It's gotta be.
It's gotta be.
Because they always say that, now I would guess, if you had asked me this 10 years ago and I said a class on balancing a checkbook, because I don't even know what that means and I don't get it. And I've never done it. I've never written a check, ever.
Yeah.
We had to leave one once that's something that somebody accepted when we were getting a radon test or something in the basement. My husband's like, hey, we write this check out for them. And I'm like, right, just tell me what I put and I'll do it. So that's the only time as he guided me to write a check. I did it once. So that would have been my guess 10 years ago, but I don't think you even need that anymore. So I would think the life skill that we should have learned was how to do our taxes, since yearly we could be imprisoned on accident for doing them wrong.
Yeah, a couple things there too. Just as you know, since you bought your home a long time ago, more than mine, the radon people now take a credit card or some sort of payment that's not a check. Because they did that for us when we did it. Yeah, thank God. The radon people, they stayed in that check world way too long, checking for radon in the house. So that's good update for people out there that may be getting ready to purchase a home and you have to check the house for radon. I
know. I was looking for an at-home version of the test, like COVID. I'm like, because I don't know how to write a check.
Yeah. I don't know if you should do an at-home. It's kind of like free condoms. You should put the money toward a free condom. You should buy it, or you should buy a condom. You shouldn't go with free ones.
What am I doing with a free condom?
No. Never use a free condom. It can
Why? From Planned Parenthood, they used to pass them out.
Is that an anti-Planned Parenthood stance from you?
Wow.
Okay, I'm
unbelievable.
A rare retraction here for me.
A guy?
Yeah, I thought Brian was so aggressively pro-Planned Parenthood.
Listen, I'm going to retract it a little bit.
A punch card there? How dare you?
They know you by name.
How dare
back.
you?
Hey, Jeff,
Are you
what's going
Brian's?
on?
Are you one of Brian's?
I'll retract it a little bit. I rarely do that. I apologize for anything. Planned Parenthood free condoms, fine. Those are wonderful. I'm saying, in the back in the day, Q101 used to give out condoms.
Oh, bad idea.
I was the only one that said that.
Did?
I was the only one in the meeting who said, this is a bad idea. And they go, no, it's fun. Condoms with Q101 on them. It'll be fun. I go,
badass.
Well, what about all these kids when these condoms break and they're going to sue us? Now, as far as I know, I left here for a while. I was exiled from Chicago radio. I don't know if there was a bunch of lawsuits saying, I don't want this kid and you gave me a kid. I don't remember how that lawsuit went out.
It's also we really like when people post things with their logo on. It's hey, post a picture of your penis. So we get the brand use.
I was the only one with a voice of reason on that one. I'm saying that kind of thing. Don't take a radio station's free condoms if they, because there's who knows what quality control they went through.
Don't take a branded free condom that's a promo item.
I mean, our T-shirts are amazing, but if you wash it improperly, it might shrink. If you use the condom improperly, it might break.
You got it on your head all of a sudden?
We can't regulate that. We can't be with you every time you use the condom.
We can't be with you every time you use the condom.
Right. So, back to the facts.
Got condoms on the brain now.
Yeah. All those times stopping by Planned Parenthood for the free condoms. Every other day. It was
etc.
Good times.
Brian, welcome back.
Hey.
Oh, Brian, good to see you.
They bring a pallet out. Here's your eye. We decided to get you taken care of for the month this time.
A pallet of what?
Condoms.
Oh, okay.
Now you're complimenting yourself too much.
A pallet?
You didn't get laid till after high school. Relax.
It was I guess it was the summer of senior year.
There you go. Well, that just means adulthood. There's not a summer of senior year. You're done.
Can I count that as school?
No.
No.
We're still hanging out. Everybody's still hanging out in school.
No, you're done.
I was just
Get a
in
job.
school. I was just in school.
No, I was just in school. I'm famously very
Case
young.
was in school yesterday, 10 years ago.
Yep. All right, so the fact is you should have learned this as a kid, but now Chicago is offering free classes to learn how to do this using our tax money. Oh, we didn't got his case.
Is it ballroom dancing?
Oh, my.
I feel like everybody should have a few moves, and Lord knows I don't.
Well, there's
What's your
not...
go-to? You have to hit a dance floor. What's the first thing you're busting out?
I'm throwing up and peeing my pants.
The dry heave?
I've seen this before, actually, Kenzie. You haven't seen this, but Case does a mean worm. He goes out there and does the worm right away.
It just looks like I'm humping the ground. I look like I'm at a Chris Brown concert all of a sudden.
Oh, wow.
It's just the dry heave on the ground.
Yeah, there's no worm. It's just me throwing my pelvis at the carpeted floor.
There's rare video.
Dry hump.
Yeah.
Just look up Case doing the worm on YouTube. There's a video out there. It's a little grainy. It's from an old phone, a flip phone.
It's 240p.
Yeah. You can find that one. What a party that was. All right, so you can guess at 312-967-8300. You should have learned this as a kid, and now Chicago's going to offer free lessons on how to do this to catch everybody up. We'll talk about that after Fall Out Boy, Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We'll give you the answer to the fact that makes your brain go.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Coming up in 10 minutes, big changes to where Kenzie lives in Elgin in the last 24 hours. If you live in that area, this is something. It's also really a fact that makes your brain go. Something coming up here that happened recently. They're trying to fix something in Elgin, and we'll tell you what that is in 10 minutes. But first, the fact that makes your brain go boom. And this is where our text hours are going here in Chicago. Chicago's offering free lessons to learn how to do this. It's something you should have learned as a kid. A lot of people checking in with cursive handwriting.
That's a good guess. I can't read cursive.
Can you write
You
it?
can't read it?
No, I can't read it. I once dated a girl whose mom exclusively wrote in cursive, and I always felt like she was really mean about, like, oh, Case, I'm going to print this one out just for you. And I was like, relax. I'm sorry that, I'm sorry I can't read your handwritten card. I can write my name, but I can't,
You can't really write or read in cursive.
No, I know my name. I know the 8 letters of my name, but if you, my name doesn't have a Z in it. If you ask me to write a Z in cursive, I'm lost.
See, that's crazy because I'm 3 years older than you, right?
4.
Is it 4?
It's 4.
Okay. And I'm like, why are you laughing? It was funny.
I don't know. It was just funny.
Okay. I was just checking. What the hell? So I'm like, that school changed that much. You know what I mean? Like, because
No,
I 100% had classes on it.
Oh, I did too. I think I'm just stupid.
Oh, well, that's different.
Yes.
Yeah, well, she certainly thought so, your girlfriend's mom.
Yeah, she did think I was stupid.
Hey, dumbass, I'm going to print this
Well,
out.
put me up there with her. That's
Yeah.
2.
No, cursive was the least of our concerns. She really thought I was a moron.
Yeah, and it is shocking because you were just in high school.
I was.
I mean, you were
young.
right there. I mean, like 9 years ago, you were just in high school.
Well, that's, yeah. Yeah.
No, not yet. Stop.
This is in reference to head-to headlines yesterday, which I realized that I graduated high school 9 years ago, which came as a shock even to me.
Also, people guess typing. I imagine, is there typing classes anymore in high school? I had a typing class.
I think when you're young, because you have to learn like home row and like home key.
I don't know, because I don't know. I still see some people type with 2 fingers.
Oh, don't you think less of those people?
I absolutely do. I will never associate them with my life ever again.
Now, I have a question about your typing class, and you can't get mad at me for asking.
I can't guarantee that.
Was it on a typewriter?
He definitely took a typewriter class. I know it.
Did you have a fedora and a cigarette, and you were trying to break tomorrow's big story?
So what it was on, it was a telegraph machine.
No, really, what was it on?
And I had to send messages to World War II to tell them that Pearl Harbor got bombed. So I had the big buttons on it. It was Morse code.
What was your typing class? Was it a typewriter? And it's fine if it was. I think that makes you sound cool. I'm just curious.
Yeah, that sounds like I'm being baited here.
No. I'm not gonna call you like a dinosaur or something. I'm not gonna talk about how your bones are so brittle. I'm just curious if you
just did.
No, I'm telling you, I'm not gonna say that. I'm
Okay.
just curious if you took a typewriter class.
I will note this. There was computer programming classes in my high school. Okay, so computer programming classes. I dropped it because I was failing and I didn't want to be ineligible for basketball.
You showed them by not learning computer
Damn right.
code.
To average 6 points a game and 2 rebounds. However, the typing class itself was actually on a typewriter. For me, as a Gen Xer, I had typewriters in the classroom.
As a 90s kid.
As a 90s
yourself
as a 90s kid, I had a typewriter.
And think about that. So he had to pick up his car and walk to school, and then had to do it on typewriter. Can you imagine?
Can you imagine the strife? Do you guys now understand the strife and struggle I've been through to get here? Do you understand now?
And I have a real question because I never get to write on a typewriter.
The last one wasn't a real question. The last one, say it again, Kenzie.
Did you have to push the thing back, like so it would go tick, and you like reset it?
We were, I was in an era of electric typewriters. Have you ever seen one of those?
No.
So there were electric typewriters.
Badass.
Hey, kids, sit around the campfire here for a minute.
Don't worry, we're going to talk about Mr. Beast later. We're doing the electronic typewriter segment right now.
We're going to tell you about the fact of what Chicago's paying to teach you, and it could be typewriting. We'll get there. So the electric typewriters, you could push the return button, like on a computer right now, and it would return. The thing would go, so you can start typing again.
Okay, so you don't have to push it.
Yeah, and even the fancier electric typewriters had whiteout in them, so you could erase if you made a mistake. You pushed the button, and it would take it off.
So backspace was whiteout?
Not backspace. There was another separate button. But if otherwise, the old school typewriters, you had to take this little sheet of white paper and go back over. Let's say it was a Y that you typed wrong, and then type the Y over that and let it press on it. So then the Y would disappear.
Holy crap!
Yeah. And
my God.
And then it still wouldn't all disappear. It looked stupid. There's this like white Y covered up. It never looked
Somebody
right.
could tell how many spelling errors you had.
Yeah. Trust me, typing was a bitch. Let me just say that. It was
very poetic.
Yeah, I mean, but you also
Brian's like, can we just do cursive?
Yeah. Well, it's not cursive. It's not typing. The thing that Chicago is offering for free to catch you up that you didn't learn this in school is riding a bike. Chicago's offering free classes for adults to learn how to ride a bike. And I always thought every kid, even if you didn't, weren't privileged enough to have a bike in your household, there's always some kid in the neighborhood did. He always rode his Huffy or whatever, the bike.
My parents didn't teach me how to ride a bike.
They did not?
No.
So how'd you learn? Or did you learn?
I didn't really learn.
Can you not ride a bike right now?
I haven't tried in a really long time. Because I do know that I can ride like a motorbike.
What?
Because my brother had one, so we used to do that, which would make me think I could do a bike, but I don't know.
Well, when you say a motorbike that your brother had, did it have pedals, or was it like a motorcycle or like a mini bike?
Like a dirt bike type thing.
So no pedals.
No pedals.
Okay, that's not biking.
But isn't it like a balance thing? So if I could balance on a dirt bike?
You're probably okay balance-wise, but then you have to pedal.
Yeah. I don't.
You have to push your own.
So I grew up in a really mountainy area, and you were either going up or going down, and my parents didn't put in an effort to try to kill me going up a cliff, so they just never really did it.
And you might have the balance, but you have little legs, and I'm worried that pedaling might be a big issue for you.
Yeah. I'm just not a wheels person. Like bikes, roller skates, skateboards.
I guess roller
scooters.
skates. Okay, all right, yeah.
Yeah, what the hell?
I was thinking ice skating, and I was like, wait, hold on.
Not great at that either, but that's a separate.
Well, there's
driving is a risk that we take every day.
Kenzie, I think you should take these classes. They're offering 3 types. There's the beginning learn to ride for people who don't know how to ride a bike or want a refresher. It says it's taught on a car-free course. That's probably a good idea.
Hilarious.
It's good.
That's so funny.
And I can't figure out where they're doing that because cars are just everywhere.
They go to Area 51.
Well, it says Portage Park. I mean,
there's cars everywhere in Portage Park.
It takes Lauren 40 minutes to get. She lives in Portage Park. It takes her 40 minutes to get to the highway to go a mile. A lot of cars. Humboldt Park, McKinley Park, and Washington Park.
The traffic's about to get worse. They're shutting it down for bike riding.
I don't know what it is. There's also the skill builder learn to ride for riders with basic experience looking to improve their skills like signaling, turning and biking near others, or facilitating a car-free setting.
Signal on a bike?
So
I've never seen anybody signal.
So there are those people, and they're old school, the people that signal, or it's people with all the outfit.
How the hell do you signal on a bike?
Like the people with the full outfit, like the neon green, the helmet, the pants.
Spandex, yeah.
So you have to say you're turning left or right You never see anybody hold their arm up a certain way, Kenzie, and do that?
Kenzie's too busy hitting people with her car and riding a bike.
I think they're flipping me off. I just flipped them off.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
The Hammer Alley Podcast, an 80s flashback mockumentary.
Back in the 80s, there were 1,000 bands trying to make it in the world of rock, but there was one band that had it all, Hammer Alley.
Whatever happened to Hammer Alley?
How did they go from Top of the Rock
I'm looking for a music video. They're a band from 1987, Hammer Alley. Ever heard of them?
to rock bottom?
Dude, I was born in 1987.
I can't believe he's doing this.
Hammer Alley.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, about 9 minutes away. We give you the keyword for Fest, a chance to get one-day tickets to Riot Fest and a trip to the Minnesota Yacht Club Festival. We're talking the Cagey Elephant, Black Keys, Lumineers, Strokes, all that, and about 30 other bands, a full trip. Plus, just after 8, then, we'll actually announce Picnic. We're going to announce Picnic coming up here in just about 10 minutes. But first, this happened late in the show yesterday, so we have to do an appropriate one for the man that he was. We're pouring one out.
How do I say goodbye?
For Ted Turner. And we'll go through pretty much why he affected every single person listening here of entertainment value and all of our entire lives of what he did. So, Ted Turner made it to 87. Great run. He founded CNN, TBS, TNT, Turner Classic Movies, the Cartoon Network, and Ted's Montana Grill. Those restaurants, which were amazing. Created Turner Sports, which included Inside the NBA, WCW Worldwide, AEW Dynamite, and expanded March Madness. That was the first time that was all him. All that coverage, and Braves baseball on TBS. He created the United Nations Foundation, and again, being the Braves, the Hawks, the Thrashers owner, he also popularized bison meat. When I met Case, that's all he ate.
Just about, yes.
You go to Jewel and you're like, what are you doing?
Bison man.
Yeah,
I was a bison man, yes.
Yep. And Jewel apparently sells a good amount of bison.
They sell a good amount more than Mariano's does, let me tell you. Somebody that now lives closer to a Mariano's.
Shots fired.
Hard to find the bison meat there. And by the way, wow, that was a really loud boom. Wow.
Well, that bison meat was worth a loud boom.
Oh, wow. Look, Mariano's, love what you guys do. I have a hard time finding the bison in that store.
You think they have it and you just can't find it?
I think, well, I
think it's like Red Lobster. You have to go to the back and pick one.
They have a prairie out back at the Uptown
You're missing
Mariano's.
that. It's a rooftop prairie.
Most people don't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta ask.
Because he had a huge ranch. That's where the bison meat thing came from. I never heard about bison until him. I mean, maybe, Dances with Wolves, there was bison, Tatanka, but he also was the 1991 Time Magazine Man of the Year. So we're going back a bit with Ted Turner. Like Kenzie was talking, we talked about this yesterday, doesn't, understands obviously all these things that he's done, but didn't know much about the man himself, who was also married to Jane Fonda.
Not bad.
Love Jane Fonda.
Good poll.
Big fan.
Yeah. Jane Fonda, by the way, has a beautiful Instagram post up memorializing Ted Turner and what he meant to her. And so it's an eye-watering read. I recommend everybody go give that a look today.
And they divorced 20 years ago.
But they stayed tight even after their divorce.
I don't know how that happens.
I don't know. I think if Jane Fonda wanted to be friends, you could manage.
But if you got divorced, I don't know. I don't understand people where that happens to. I mean, God bless them.
What
God
is she
bless.
supposed to do?
Yeah.
No, not her. I'm saying like.
Was she supposed to picture and go, thank God? Like, finally.
Maybe that's it.
I can't wait to step on this man's
All
grave.
my witchcraft paid off.
Took 25
Hexing him
years.
For years.
He was an avid pro wrestling fan who began airing the Georgia Championship Wrestling on TBS in 1976, and then eventually purchased Jim Crockett Promotions in 1988. And as we mentioned, WCW Worldwide, AEW Dynamite. So this guy really touched everybody's lives listening, no matter what you're into, because you can go through all those channels. I mean, just TBS and TNT alone, Cartoon Network, everything. This guy was a visionary.
CNN, also pretty important in there.
Well, it's
No, Cartoon Network.
Yeah, no kidding. That's the most Brian thing I've ever heard.
Oh, I've watched some Cartoon Network way more than CNN.
I know. You do this show.
Come on.
I'm going to watch woke news.
Damn right, Kenzie. Thanks for saying it. I didn't want to say it, but thanks, Kenzie.
Hey, Cartoon Network, they're not PC. They're not afraid to go there.
Damn right.
Sorry, you just want to waste his time not even getting to the truth.
I I'd rather watch Space Ghost Coast to Coast, one of the greatest things ever invented.
That's the thing. We wouldn't have Adult Swim
Oh,
without
my
Ted Turner.
God, think about just that alone. If he just did that, we'd be honoring him
We
today.
would be honoring the founder of Adult Swim. Turns out Ted Turner.
And Jane Fonda. Nice pull. So let's go through some things here that kind of show you who the man was and in all his greatness.
Well, let me just before you play the audio real quick. I think it's one of the things that this show does better than I think any other show. We're funnier. We give away better prizes.
like this.
We do a
Go
lot
ahead.
of great things. I think this show does a great job memorializing people that really matter in all of our lives. And Ted Turner changed all of our lives. He's not the most famous man to ever live, but we all have some connection to something that he helped build. And I think it's really important to acknowledge that. And over the years, I think this show, for the most part, Kenzie and I more so than Brian, have taken an anti-billionaire stance. We don't.
Oh
like
yeah, I like a lot of billionaires.
I know you're buddies with Elon, but
Can you let Case finish the sentence? Like
No,
all I
I-
said is Kenzie and I. And Brian's like, excuse me.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I
It
didn't
could
like
have
it at
been
all.
anything following.
I don't like it.
But, there's this show tries to be against the 1% and the elite of the elite. Ted Turner, famously.
Mainly because we're not them. The
Mainly
second
'cause
we
we're not
become them, we're turning on you.
Yeah, you know that.
Just
Kenzie,
know that.
Kenzie becomes a billionaire. Yeah, she loves billionaires.
Yeah.
She's hanging out with billionaires.
Sorry, let her roll a voicemail.
But, Ted Turner, famously a pretty rich man. But I think he's one of the great Americans that we've had in the 20th and 21st century where he used that $1 billion to invest in baseball, pro wrestling, anti-nuclear war, and the environment. And I'm not seeing a lot of billionaires doing that today.
By the way, you forgot cartoons.
And cartoons.
God, yeah, she can't trust you with anything here.
Sorry, I'll shut up.
Yeah, and we like to call him one of the good ones, if you will.
Yes. Oh, my God, very much so. Because if I was a billionaire, Bison, pro wrestling, baseball, on my list of things I care about.
And cartoons. And we'll get to more of that. Something else I loved dearly about what he created. But let's just go through. This is an interview with David Letterman in 1982, where it does kind of talk about his desires. He had money and what he wanted to do with his money. His desire to make the world a smarter, more peaceful place with what was still, a brand new channel at the time. This is like a 40-year-old interview.
You said in Stud Terkel's book, you shouldn't set your goals so you can attain them, because that's a mistake.
Yeah, that's what my father told me.
And you feel that even though you've accomplished all of these things, that you still are operating
I've got
under
a
that?
lot to do yet.
Yeah, what else do you want to do?
I want to improve the quality of television and use communications to make the world, the people of the world, smarter and more peaceful. And instead of tearing everything down, I want to build things up.
Let's start with how you want to improve TV, because...
we're doing it. With more informative news programming on the cable news network and documentary programs dealing with population, soil erosion, atomic war, and programs that glorify the work ethic and the family and hard work.
Yeah, he gave about $1 billion to fight, this nuclear war thing. That doesn't sound like a good idea if it happens again. That situation.
I thought it was on Theo Vaughn's podcast. I was very confused about what we were playing.
This clip between Ted Turner and David Letterman you thought was from the Theo Vaughn podcast?
The accent. I'm like, wait a minute, who's talking right now? That sounded very Theo Vaughn.
That's so upsetting on so many levels.
Sorry, God.
Both good Southern men.
I think Ted maybe a little bit more so than Theo.
So,
But isn't it nice that he wanted people to get smarter? I don't ever hear people talking about that now.
No, they want clicks today.
They want people to be dumber.
Everybody wants clicks and dumb and addicted.
I
That's
think
what they
our
want.
public education system is being corroded. We needed Ted Turner back.
It was a good time. It was a good run he had. A good time in power, I guess. If the power that he had at the time was a good run for him. And he led to things, not just cartoons that I like, but movies for guys who like movies, who I mentioned this yesterday, which, being somebody that worked different shifts and late nights and always came home and those movies were on, it was incredible. This promo for guys who like movie was for a Clint Eastwood movie called Joe Kidd, which is a great movie.
Is this promo going to explain what movies for guys who like movies is? Because I had never heard of this until you brought it up.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, I think it does.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it. Let's hear what it sounds like.
You want them? TBS has them. Movies for guys who like movies. One big, bad, in-your-face movie every Sunday night. Tonight, learn some lessons from Clint. You want some? Always check your back. Try to keep the women off you. Yeah, squint. Clint Eastwood is Joe Kidd. You want them? We got them. Movies for guys who like movies. 7 Eastern tonight. Only on TBS.
It pretty much says it, tongue firmly in cheek in these promos. You'd get the movies like, the Tombstones, the Roadhouses, the Pulp Fictions, a lot of stuff you've done in your movie reviews. So, yes, that was just a very fond memory of mine, coming home from the bar and watching movies for guys who like movies.
Finally a channel for guys.
Yeah.
There's not enough things out there for men.
Nope.
You know?
Go off on that, Kenzie. There really isn't.
Yeah,
I was
poor
going to
men.
go.
They're just
Poor men.
Just nothing's created or catered to them at all. So thank God,
Yeah,
right?
I'm really glad you brought that up.
It's a woman's world.
Yeah, damn right. Damn right. In a pivotal moment, actually, just talking about death with Larry King, because his dad was a billboard magnate, which is kind of a funny thing. You don't hear that anymore today. But that's where he made his money and then helped him out. But his dad, committed suicide at a young age. And this is, him talking about his father's suicide, how it impacted him, why the media mogul liked comparing life to a B movie. This is a really, really cool explanation.
Do you think about dying?
Once in a while, but not too often. I know it's going to happen.
I mean, when you have a father die tragically and your father dies of a suicide, that has to be, I would gather, life-lasting.
Sure.
That's not like...
But there are lots of people. I mean, everybody dies. I mean, it's something that everybody's going to do. What I try and do is, most people, I think, are very fearful of it, very fearful, scared to death of death. And I've tried to not be afraid of it as much as I could, to try and play it down so I don't live in fear all the time. And one thing I kind of came up with was that life is like a grade B movie. You don't want to get up and walk out in the middle of it, but you wouldn't want to sit through it again.
God, I wish I had that attitude.
That's
I'm
great.
terrified of death.
As am I.
Kenzie, you terrified of death?
Not really.
Damn, you're like him.
I'm fine with it.
It is a good thing. I'm
Finally a nap.
God.
I'm so tired now.
the big dirt nap.
Close the casket. I don't want to know better. Loud.
A little shut-eye.
Yeah, good Lord.
Pouring one out for Ted Turner. More on TBS in a second here because we have a lot to get to right at this moment.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The United States Soccer Federation presents the U.S. Soccer Podcast.
My name is David Goss, and I'm joined by my co-host Megan Klinenberg.
And now we're giving people an inside look at the World Cup.
Time's ticking. I think you can feel the intensity. All the guys are wanting to really stake their claim, and they want to be on that World Cup roster. There's no doubt about it.
Hosting the World Cup on home soil comes with its pressures, but we're just really excited, just as the people are.
The U.S. Soccer Podcast, presented by Henco. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. About a half hour ago at 8 o'clock, we announced the keyword for Fest this hour, and the word is hard. H-A-R-D to 312-967-8300. Text that for your chance to win Riot Fest one-day passes, and then also qualify for a trip or two to the Minnesota Yacht Club Festival, July 17th weekend, the Lumineers, Black Keys, the Strokes, Cage the Elephant, and more. Plus, for qualifying, you get the one-day tickets to Riot Fest, a huge prize. Text HARD if you haven't done it yet to 312-967-8300. Fest with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Yesterday this time, it was head to headlines, and the story involved locally, and we played the audio. We're going to do that again here in a second, where a suburban school, Arlington Heights, the officer's resource gun went, quote, missing after he, quote, left it unattended in a school bathroom. There's an update on this story. But if you're joining us for the first time, you missed yesterday's show and didn't get back to the podcast yet, here was the story from WGN on what happened the day before.
New overnight classes are canceled today as authorities search for a gun at a school campus in Arlington Heights.
Police say a school resource officer left it in a restroom at the Forest View Educational Center. Eric is there with more. Eric?
Yeah, good morning. The department calls it an embarrassing and unfortunate incident. The district did cancel some classes for some students while the department continues its search for the gun. Students enrolled in the specialized schools will not be in session today. This includes the Academy at Forest View, International Newcomer Academy, Vanguard School, Life Program, and the Young Adult Program. This all happened yesterday afternoon just before students were dismissed for the day. The officer took his gun out of his holster to use the bathroom, and when he came back to find it, it was gone. The school took a look at its surveillance video, and the district says a limited number of people did enter the bathroom. The department called in dogs trained specifically for weapon detection. They will continue the search today, as well as talk to kids that may have gone into that bathroom after the officer. Additional officers will be at the Forest View campus for the next few days. The district is having a meeting this afternoon, and it did email all the parents to let them know what's going on.
I didn't catch that in yesterday's story where they sent in additional officers because that guy left his gun and someone took it. I bet you those additional officers all holding like the huge Rambo gun.
They're like, bring in more people with guns. They all lose their guns. Like, oh my God.
Because you'd have to set that gun down and go to the bathroom if you had the Rambo gun, the first blood gun.
They called him the bazooka unit just in case.
Because since that gun got misplaced, we need the biggest guns ever to carry in so you don't lose them.
And then they put like a little like jangly stuff on it so that you could hear the gun also.
Oh, God.
A louder.
Yeah, a louder. Oh, we got to get that Simpsons audio
Oh,
real
boy.
quick. Hold on. We got to get the louder.
We're already finding audio.
Oh, jeez.
So that's the story from yesterday, and we went to a deep discussion about, when you go to the bathroom, you take your phone out of your pocket, and this officer must have took his gun out, and instead
Put
of
it on the hook.
Yeah, well,
on the hook.
that's the issue. Did he put it on we just still don't know if he put it on the hook, the backpack hook in the bathroom, or the toilet paper holder. Or I mentioned
On top of that, because it's also black, so camouflage.
The gun disappeared when he put it on there.
Camouflage?
Wait, where'd my gun go? I don't see
He was
it.
nervous to say he lost the gun, so he was like, I left like a metal black thing in the bathroom. Did anybody see? It's about this big. Like you just try to describe.
And they go, oh, do you mean like a toilet paper holder? He goes, no, something like you could set on top of that. Sorry.
Yeah, it would fit on there. And be this. Did anybody just see like an object in the bathroom?
All of a sudden he's playing Pictionary with everybody. Like, no, it's not that. No.
He's trying to make the shape of a handgun with his body.
Fine, it's a gun, you idiots. It's a gun. I lost my gun. And I thought
it has a handle. It's this metal thing. It has a handle.
I brought up a point because I haven't been in a high school in a while. And that maybe above the urinals.
Good. I'm happy to hear that.
I shouldn't be going in any high schools. Except for I want to see some basketball games. I'd love to go to a high school basketball game.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I just like watching high school basketball.
Yeah, I'm with him. I would also love to go to a high school basketball game. That sounds awesome.
Let's start doing that Friday night.
The worst.
Let's start doing that Friday nights. Go to basketball games, football games.
I have my kids' sports. I can't go to other random kids' sports.
Blow off your kid.
Yeah,
Come with us.
Come with us.
Yeah.
I'll buy you a hot dog.
If you think I'm finally escaping kids' sports to go to other kids' sports, you're out of your mind.
I wondered if there was cup holders or at least a shelf that you see in bars above the urinals. Maybe he left his gun outside the stall when he was in there. The kids came in and took the gun that way.
Yeah, you speculated that there was a bar top in a high school bathroom, basically.
Now, we had people text in. Former teachers said there's actually TV screens like Buffalo Wild Wings in a lot of schools around Chicagoland now.
It doesn't mean there's a bar top there.
And Case then referenced that, hey, I was just in high school. I haven't seen any of that stuff. Which made me and Kenzie go, well, when were you at a high school? Did you go maybe have a visit, speak for a class?
Yeah, I thought he meant in the last 6 months he was there.
I said, no, I was just in high school.
Almost 10 years ago. Mind you.
I graduated in 2017.
Yeah.
In the span of the universe.
What year is it?
In the span of the universe from dinosaurs to now, 9 years is not that long of a time. I was just in high school.
You know, like mammals can evolve in 7 years in that time
9
frame?
years.
Or 9 years even. Yes, 9 years.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that? What do you mean mammals can evolve?
Like, you know how much the world changes in 9 years?
He's saying can change.
Give me an example of a species that changes.
I'm pretty sure frogs, certain species of frogs grew wings in 9 years.
No, frogs don't have wings. I don't know a lot about animals, but I know frogs don't have wings.
There's one species that has wings. I'll find it for you.
Okay.
After you find the Simpsons audio, I'll find
there.
it.
It's in there. You want to play? We'll play the Simpsons audio at the end. We'll play the Simpsons audio at the end. Everybody stick around.
We have an update on this story, but we just can't figure out, because they're not giving all the info, where the gun was put. And I think the onus is on him, the guy that took his gun off and forgot it in the bathroom, not the kids that took the gun, because as I said,
I think they can still get in trouble.
They should get probably something. But if I see a gun, I'm picking it up.
You shouldn't, though. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe what you're doing, but you shouldn't.
Correct. You shouldn't. I'm not making light of guns. We should have less guns. We should have no guns in school, probably. But I mean, this guy is guarding the school needs a gun.
Probably.
No guns in school, probably.
Well, I'm saying that I'm very.
I don't want to take too big of a stance
No,
here.
No guns in school, probably.
Okay.
Probably. You should run for president. In every speech, you're just like, we should probably do this. I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, no guns, probably, right? Everybody, show of hands.
I usually have a one.
Who's going to vote for me if I say this?
Do you guys want me to say something else? Because I'll say something else if you guys want that.
Yeah. I'm going to put 2 things on the board. We're going to do a hand raising thing.
I'm not sure how to solve the gun problem in schools. Maybe the guy should have a gun, maybe he shouldn't. I mean, I don't know.
Well, it's a shame because we're turning to you to solve the gun problem.
They probably shouldn't have. Kids should not have guns in schools. There should probably be a resource officer with a gun to protect the kids in case somebody comes in with a gun.
But what if that guy loses his gun?
Yeah, that's the issue here. That's why
the rub.
That's why I'm messed up.
That's why I'm messed up.
My whole campaign platform's off because this guy forgot his gun.
The whole thing's very confusing.
Yeah, just very upsetting. Very upsetting.
We shouldn't have this many guns to begin with.
Well, that's the problem.
And now they're all here. Because when we went to London, I swear to God, I got in an Uber, and the guy's like, "Are you guys American?" I was there with my husband. I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Do you have a gun?" That's the first thing he said. I'm like, "Why would you ask that?" And he goes, "We just don't have any guns. Like, I couldn't go buy a gun." I go, "Really?" And I go, "Do you guys have any mass anything like we do?" And they go, "We have group stabbings." That's what he said.
Yeah.
He goes, "Every once in a while, 5 people get stabbed, but much slower rate. You can get them down."
Yeah. When you go overseas, when you mention you're from Chicago, they always go, "Oh, Al Capone, huh? Al Capone, pow."
I'm like, oh my God.
Wait, who does that?
Some guy in Italy did that to me.
So they all do that?
So they all do that?
Yeah. They all go, "Al Capone, huh? Al Capone, pow."
They do immediately think of guns, though. Look, both scenarios, different countries.
Yeah, so Kenzie had one eye.
American, you own a gun? I'm like, what? Not right now. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not strapped in London.
Pow.
I'm going to the Bears. Do I need one?
Okay, so there's an update to this story now. So the gun, well, we'll just let WGN do it again. I'll let you know where they're at with the officer losing his gun and the people or someone that took the gun. Who were they? Did they find them? Well, here's the story.
Police in Arlington Heights have charged 2 teens for stealing a gun from a school resource officer. Forest View Educational Center shut down yesterday when the officer couldn't find his weapon. Detectives determined 18-year-old Juan Pablo Sanchez Jaramillo took that gun from a school bathroom.
Damn it.
They say he then gave it to a 17-year-old in a neighboring community. Police arrested both teens, but they don't have the gun. The school resource officer is still on administrative leave.
So Kenzie said, "Damn it," because
Damn it. I wanted it to be a white name so bad.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Kenzie being Hispanic, when she hears that, it's sad because it sounds like they went to AI and said, "Give me the biggest Mexican name ever." And this kid is
I can't even wiggle around that as maybe not.
No.
You know what I mean?
Let's
That
see.
was firmly entrenched.
Let me see this name again.
His weapon. Detectives determined 18-year-old Juan Pablo Sanchez Jaramillo.
Fudge. We know. She could have cut it off. We need the whole thing. His birthday?
Yeah,
Relax.
his family crest.
Yeah, enough.
Now, I don't like the story because this is a me thing. I understand this, but it says they stole the gun after he left it there. That's not stealing, I don't think. And
What I didn't like is steal it from him.
Like they hit him
Because it
over the
wasn't
head.
off his body. They stole that gun, but they didn't steal it from him. They stole it from a bathroom countertop in their mind.
But yeah, if I found a gun, am I stealing it if the person left it there? Is that theft?
Brian goes, "Your Honor, finders keepers."
Yeah, that's losers weepers.
What are you talking about?
Right. Again.
Is that not in the Constitution? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Did we learn this first things first?
Like
finders keepers? What? But I think it's a big difference. I think stealing something and stealing something from somebody, stealing something from implies you probably had to scare them or assault them or rob them. Like, he didn't steal it from them.
Right, he
the
found
guy
it.
left it hanging on a hook in the bathroom. He just stole it.
Finders keepers.
Finders keepers.
Losers weepers.
Juan went, "It's my lucky day."
Yeah, I found a gun. What luck?
This is awesome.
Like if I found the nuclear launch
Play
codes.
cops and robbers.
You know, I'm walking around the America's nuclear launch codes are out there, and I got access to the thing. I would launch a missile.
Well, you'd have to.
Oh, why would I mean, we had all these for 80 years. No, I do it. I don't want to kill anybody. I want someone to be in the ocean
No, I'm sure if you
somewhere.
launched a missile, nothing would happen.
I'll make sure it goes to the ocean. I can change the coordinates because I know how to do all that.
Yeah, no one's in the ocean.
Yeah. Well, I don't want. Okay, you're right. I don't want to hurt the fish. Antarctica, there's penguins.
And there's a bunch of animals.
There's not.
A lot of endangered animals, too, because it's already tough down there. A lot of stuff's melting. You're going to send a hot missile?
We're going to send a missile. It's not going to hurt anything.
I don't know.
The moon?
You're gonna I think the moon exploding would be bad.
It's probably bad. If
See how tough this is? There's stuff everywhere. We're like hoarders.
They'd say it's a full moon, except for Brian blew off half of it. There's a big chunk out of the moon. All right, well, there's the update. And they still haven't found the gun. They got the kids now, but they don't have the gun.
But how do they know that the kids took the gun? Like,
The camera's
no
in
body,
the-
no case, if you will. I didn't touch it. Where is it?
I guess the camera in the bathroom, maybe the camera showed him having the gun, but they still
They
haven't.
were flipping it on their finger walking out. Damn it, Juan.
Like
we
Johnny,
were all rooting for you.
Johnny Ringo and Tombstone.
Text from 708, quote, Your Honor, I'd like to cite the case of finders keepers versus losers weepers.
That should work.
It
That
should
should work.
This is bullcrap.
You know what? We'll contact our friends at Ankin Law to see if they if everybody's ever done and gone to court with that defense.
All right, you make that phone call.
So we'll wrap this up with the Simpsons audio when Homer went to buy a gun legally. He went to do it legally, not just found a gun.
I'd like to buy your deadliest gun, please.
Aisle 6, next to the sympathy cards. Whoa, careful there, Annie Oakley.
I don't have to be careful. I got a gun.
Well, you'll probably want the accessory kit, holster.
Oh, yeah.
Bandolier.
Baby.
Silencer. Loudener. Speed cocker.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
And this is for shooting down police helicopters.
Oh, I don't need anything like that. Yet. Just give me my gun.
Sorry, the law requires a 5-day waiting period. We've got to run a background check.
5 days? But I'm mad now. I'd kill you if I had my gun.
Yeah, well, you don't.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Jim Rome takes on sports.
Why? Because I have a job to do.
With rapid fire takes.
So I don't want to hear from you lava pigs on this notion today. No idea what you're talking about. You're complaining more than you like to breathe air. It's like you get up in the morning only to complain and cry and moan on social media about things that you don't even understand.
He's the Spitfire of sports smack.
Take advantage of it. Get up in here.
The Jim Rome Show podcast.
What's your beef?
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
You've been warned.